Hey gang, welcome to Bald Eagle Fishing Adventures. And today I'm answering some questions about the rockfish season that's coming up. And about the rockfish season for San Francisco and our area out of Bodega Bay is going to open on May 15th for deep water. Um, so I only got a couple questions that I felt that needed to be really answered. The first one was, am I going? Yes, I am going after some deep water rockfish. I haven't gone for deep water rockfish probably for 35 plus years now. Just like the rest of all of you, we've been doing pretty good in the shallows, and for the most part, it was off limits. So it'll be interesting to see what that deep water is all about. I was very fortunate many years back when I was in my late teens, early 20s. Yes, I am as old as time. Um, that I got to fish Cordell Banks. And I actually went out on a boat named Jaws. And I went on that boat a couple of times out of Bodega. And anyways, the fishing out there was epic. It really was Jurassic Park. We kind of took it for granted. We just always thought that that's just kind of the way it was until, unfortunately it got closed down out there, becoming a marine sanctuary. And, unfortunately for some of you, you'll never get a chance to fish that area. But wow, it was incredible. It would rival what you would find in Alaska. Anyways, so that was my experience with deep water rockfish. We were fishing anywhere, 300, 350 feet of water there at Cordell. And I'm going to be showing you guys a map that I actually came across just by chance. I was on the computer looking at different sites and so forth, and I came across this one, World Fishing Map. And it's kind of cool. It gives a nice topography of the area all over the world, but a really great area for us. And it shows some great spots there out of Bodega and out of Point Reyes, and then heading down south towards San Francisco. So I think that this would be a useful tool, and I'm going to share that information with you guys. Also, I've put an area that I'm going to be looking at, my area of interest that I've never fished before, but I have heard about it, and that's called the Rittenberg Bank. Maybe some of you have heard about it. Maybe some of you have even fished it a long time ago. If you've ever had the opportunity of fishing Rittenberg Bank, I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to kind of know what your thoughts were, how you guys did. That would be awesome. But the only two places I ever fished kind of deep water was the Farallon Islands and then obviously Cordell. And Rittenberg Bank kind of falls in between those two. And it's almost kind of straight out from Point Reyes, maybe just a smidge to the north of it. And it's about 32 mile run out of Bodega to Rittenberg. I've been to Point Reyes many a times, and that's about a 22 to 24 mile run, and it looks about another 10 to 12 outside of Point Reyes. So I don't think I'll be making a lot of runs out there, but at least I'd like to do a couple runs to Rittenberg Bank and just see what that's all about. Anyways, so I'll be sharing that website with you guys, World Fishing Map, and then I'm going to show you also on my computer, on my GPS, how I have that located. I did find Rittenberg Bank on my GPS, and I have it marked on there. So I'll be showing you guys that as well. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited about it. Definitely going fishing and doing it. I'm not going to get into this video about what I use and all of the equipment and stuff like that. I'm going to save that for a few weeks from now when I have all of my stuff here to go over the equipment. I know some of the questions, am I going to be using electric reel? Not at this time. I'm going to stick with conventional just because I don't know if this is going to be the new norm. As all of you follow Fish and Game, it seems like every year there's a change of some sort. So I don't know if this is just going to be a test thing or if they're going to make this a permanent situation. Who knows? Anyways, we'll find out. So, but I think at this point, I don't really want to spend the money on electric reels unless this does become the norm, and that, you know, that might be a possibility. Anyways, but I will be going over, you know, jigs, and I'll be going over what I'm planning on using, line, because I'll tell you, that was a big deal back in my day at Cordell. We didn't have braid. We had mono, and that sucked. I mean, we were using 2-pound plus weights to get down deep, trying to keep the damn thing down on the bottom. And with, you know, 50-pound mono, you know, good luck. It was tough. There was a ton of tangles, and you know, it was really difficult. But we still did very well. I'm really looking forward to doing the deep water with braid. I think that'll make it a lot easier, and with some less weight. I'm probably looking maybe a pound of weight instead. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll go over that and the equipment and stuff on another video. Anyways, I just want to get to the website for you guys. Then I'm going to show you on the GPS, and then I'll be seeing you guys here again in a few weeks from now with all of the gear and stuff that I'm going to be using. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys. So here is the website I was talking about earlier that I wanted to show you. And this is by World Fishing Map, fishing status. So you can just go to the World Fishing Map and pull it up. I just kind of stumbled across this a while back, and it's a pretty cool site. Anyways, all of these dots that you see are where people have posted about, you know, doing fishing and doing quite well. So that's kind of slick. This area right here, this is Cordell Banks. And unfortunately, that's closed. So that, even though there's dots there, that's from years past. I'm, like I said earlier, I'm very fortunate I got to fish that area. So I can contest it is a great area to fish. Unfortunately, Marine Sanctuary, that's done. However, there are some places here that I really kind of piqued my interest. So we have Cordell Banks here. This is Rittenberg right here. These little dots right here, that's Rittenberg Bank. And then down here is the Farallon Islands. I have never fished Rittenberg Bank. So I'm looking at doing some fishing there when this deep water opens on May 15th, as soon as I have some really nice weather, because this out here is about 30 miles from Bodega. Bodega's over here. And so that's a good long stretch. I've gone to Point Reyes and done some fishing here, so that's another, you know, 10 to 12 miles out to Rittenberg. But definitely going to give it a shot at least once. Maybe if it turns out to be really good, I may go out there a couple more times after that. But I have to look for a really great weather window. Anyways, so and what's really kind of cool is if you zoom in a little bit, so like these dots here, if you click on, especially like this gray one here, this actually tells you about the structure that is part of all of that. So yeah, Rittenberg Bank, do the more information. And yeah, it tells you a great fishing spot, rock. So anyways, that's kind of slick. There's actually, on some of these, they give actual coordinates. So let's see. I think it's this one here actually gives the coordinates. That's how I found it. Yeah, so here's Rittenberg Bank, 37.53 by 123.19. And not all of them give the coordinates, but some do. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, I've already got it marked on my GPS, which I'm going to show you guys here in a minute, of this area. And it looks to be pretty cool. It has a good plateau with a good amount of rocky ledges, all in around the 300 to 320 foot range. Some peaks around 290, 280, and then it drops off out on the outer area close to 400 feet. So yeah, I think this should hold pretty good amount of rockfish. So I'm going to be checking that out, doing some videos on it, obviously. And anyways, yeah, if you zoom out, let's get rid of this thing. If we zoom out, I mean, you can really see there is a lot of different areas here. This is obviously heading south, going towards San Francisco, and actually, pardon me, wrong way there. And then going north, you know, all kinds of areas here. I was actually looking at Bodega Canyon, but boy, that is really deep, deep water. It's getting into 1,000 feet of water, so that's not going to happen for me. But yeah, I think, you know, this whole ledge, you know, here, like I said, here you got the Farallons, and then this is all that Rittenberg Bank, and then Cordell, which unfortunately is closed. So anyways, we'll just kind of see how it goes. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of different people out doing some fishing, deep water stuff, and there'll be some stuff to report back. We'll just have to see how it goes. Anyways, I'll show you the GPS here in a second. All right, guys. All right, guys. So what I wanted to show you here is this is Rittenberg Bank right here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. This is, actually, I'm going to just come out a little bit. Right here at this yellow tip, that is the tip of Point Reyes. So from Point Reyes to Rittenberg Bank is about 10, 11 miles, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 12 miles. So it's a good distance from Bodega, because from Bodega to Point Reyes is about 22 to 24 miles, and then you still have, of course, you know, you're kind of going at a little bit of a different angle. So I would still say you're a good 30 miles between Bodega Head and Rittenberg Bank. But I definitely want to try this place. I've never fished here before. This is Cordell Banks up here, so that's closed. You can't fish there. And then this is the Farallons down here. But Rittenberg is wide open. Anyways, so that's where I'm going to be looking at probably doing some deep water fishing. It's around 300 feet or so, a little over 300 feet deep, and it drops off quite rapidly to 400 feet and 394. So it's a good raise, you know, area there, and should hold some good rockfish, I would imagine. So, anyways, yeah, I'll zoom out a little bit and move my cursor over. And I already have it marked on here, but I want to go in now a little bit so I can show you. Let's get it over a little bit. No, wrong way. Sorry about that. Let's try the other direction. Okay, so let's zoom in here. And I want to try to get this centered as much as possible. Yeah, a little far on that. There we go. All right. Anyways, yeah, you can see, I mean, it tapers off. There's a couple places where it goes to a couple hundred, like 280, 290 feet, some of the ledges, but for the most part, it's definitely all in the 300 foot, and then it gets real deep out on these outer areas here. So anyways, yeah, so that's where I'm going to be heading anytime after May 15th, and we'll see what that holds for us. All right, guys. So yeah, guys, hey, I hope you enjoyed you know, that information that you saw on that website, and you saw on my GPS. I've got it marked there. I'm hoping for some great things. I'm going to be looking for some really great weather windows because it is so far out of Bodega after May 15th. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully the Mother Nature will be nice and calm to us for a few days, and we'll get out there. I hope to see some of you out there. If you happen to see the bald eagle floating around out at Rittenberg, give me a shout. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, or you know, any of that good stuff, you're going to want to do that and hit that notification bell thing, because you know what, we're going to have some great stuff going on this year, and really great stuff coming up as far as about this rockfish deal. And I've got some big news coming probably around the middle of September, and you're going to want to get to see all the goodies that I'm putting on board the boat, because this old boy is planning on doing some bluefin tuna fishing. And I'm praying that those big beauty blues show back up on our coast again. Anyways, it's always a pleasure, gang. Love all of you. Thanks for everything, and thanks for your support. And I'll see you at the fishing grounds. Take care, gang. Bye.